You know, like when I was a kid, if I was nervous, I was scared, I wouldn't want to do something, he'd always tell me to just face it, you know, get it over with. He would always say, stupid. He would always say, let it rip.
There's something really specific that I appreciate about cooking that I don't think can be experienced in much else. Listen, I love cooking, as do many others. It's a tool of survival, obviously, but it's also a beautiful mix of cultures and ideas passed from family to community. And now, with the age of the internet, it's never been easier to learn how to cook. I learned online and now work as a chef. There is nothing I love more than taking time to study, practice, and serve culinary techniques to share with the people I care about. All of this is well and good, but I think there's a specific moment that every home cook or chef experiences that I believe is the apotheosis to the culinary experience. I think the bear captures this small pocket of beauty in such a captivating way that feels so authentic to the experience. What I'm trying to say is that I think the bear does a better job than anything I've seen at capturing the true, glorious, all-encompassing experience of the bite.
It's tremendous, chef.
Thank you, chef.
For those who haven't seen it, it's an 8-episode show about Kami, who worked at one of the best restaurants in the world, grieving his brother Mikey, who dies and leaves Kami his Chicago-based sandwich shop. So Kami attempts to bring the shop back to its former glory. If you're convinced, then go watch it. 2022 had a lot of good stuff, but I can pretty well guarantee that it's my favorite show of the year, if not the past few years. It's thrilling, joyful, stressful, charming, sad, and captivating. But I think what it does better than a lot of other shows to have released recently is how it creates moments. A lot of successful directors understand that a moment is only powerful as a piece of a larger puzzle. Someone like Zack Snyder doesn't really understand this. He wants these big moments, but at the end of the day, it's all just style and no substance. There's no build up to the payoff, it's just the punchline. Moments must be framed by the rest of the story, otherwise they hold no emotional weight. The scene of Kami giving a pep talk to Marcus means nothing without being framed by the scene of Kami discussing his love for cooking to Marcus, for Marcus to then be inspired in his own way to create his desserts. So when Marcus messes up, we get the pep talk. And it holds this emotional significance for Marcus to understand that passion means that the sadness, shame, and anger come right alongside the joy, pride, and love. But that brings us to the bite. The bear, not too dissimilar to myself and other home cooks and chefs, has a deep appreciation for this specific moment that I've mentioned previously. When you put hours of focus and care in the kitchen, searing, slicing, braising, baking, reducing, and plating a dish to await that anxious and exciting moment of placing the food in front of a coworker, friend, or maybe just yourself, and then they take that first bite. And if you put the care in, you get the reaction. It's a hard moment to capture. I think Ratatouille gets pretty close, but the bear does such a good job framing the bite because of its build-up. Without Richie's outburst, you don't get this.
Oh, man.
Without Sydney's quitting, you don't get this.
Wow. This is really, really, really good. Thank you. Nope.
The Bear has been described as a show built for people in the hospitality industry, which I partially agree with. But I think The Bear wants to show people that as awful, toxic, stressful, and anxiety-inducing as the hospo industry can be, it's just a whole community of people, myself included, that want to invite everyone, no matter where they come from, to sit, watch the craft, and take a bite.